I watched the Beetlejuice movie, not the old one. I'm talking about the new 2024 movie, and it felt like I was getting acid injected directly into my bloodstream. The imagery in the movie is the most unique I have seen this year. Granted, I had never seen the old movie. It was like, it just felt like Gen Z at its finest. Really, the plot goes from setting up this character as a villain, then it transitions to another villain, when in reality, it doesn't really matter. Plot wise, it's gonna be thrown out the window. I think it's sort of the same, as I would try to keep track of it. Again, it was just jingling keys in front of me like I was a baby the whole time. Always giving me content like bing bang boom comedy go go go. Here's what happens next. Like it was insane. But I had a good time. It's very, if you don't really care about the plot that much, and you just want a good fun movie. A bit trippy, I gotta say though. The imagery was very unique to its own movie. Like you can tell, you won't be able to say like it's any other movie. It's definitely a Beetlejuice movie. But one cinema or part of entertainment that does remind me of, if you remember the old Goosebumps shows from back the early 2000s, late 2000s, where they did the little horror stories and you see there's monsters everywhere in practical makeup. That's another thing that I liked. The practical effects in most of the scenes, phenomenal. No more CGI in every freaking character. I don't think any character was really CGI besides one, which is a sandworm, which I think was in the original movie. I mean, not the original movie, the first movie. But everything else is pretty much, you know, it's like watching a screenplay. Now, if you hate musicals or any type of like long sequence songs sung in a movie, I do have bad news for you, because there is not a lot. It's not like you're going to a Broadway show, but there is almost like, I want to say, a 10-minute song sequence involving all the characters in one part of the movie. That's a huge spoiler. I don't want to really say. We do find more plot behind Beetlejuice, his origin story. Really, we actually see, spoiler alert, human Beetlejuice and his previous marriage. But that doesn't really play a factor either. That just gets blown out of the water too. There's not a single like major villain in the movie. There's plenty of little tiny bits of villains here and there, but they're not like a Thanos level threat. No, they're more like, hey, here's a minor inconvenience. Here's a stop sign in the middle of the road. You can run over your car. You can stop or watch it for a little bit and then get it out of the way. And that's how most of the villains felt. That's simply getting pushed over. They were there for a minor inconvenience and they pushed over to the side once the plot needed it to. I think in total there were three main villains. Four if you include one of the, I guess it was in the trailer, the new husband to Winona Wilder. Oh, and of course Michael Keaton's performance, phenomenal as always. You know, very eccentric, very outgoing, never a dull moment, getting bored. Michael Keaton carried the performance once again. I mean, there were even in the creepier parts, it was still a bit hilarious. Then there was Winona Wilder. Her character very seemed like one of those timid, very shy, very not something you would expect from. She sort of played the same character as in Stranger Things. If you've seen that, very shy, timid, nervous wreck, really. And then you have I forgot her one name, but she was Wednesday. She was good playing, again, a 25-year-old playing a teenager. You know, very hate you mom. basically the same character as Wednesday, but this time less on the goth side, more on the normal side. Just hating mom, and then being angry at the world, that sort of thing. Very cliche, but really, what do you expect? It's a Beetlejuice movie. You're not going there for the characters. You're just going there to have a fun time. And I liked how they handled the Winona Wilder's character as a father, with that whole controversy with him and his allegations. The movie, the movie's technically getting rid of him. Very simple. Have a shark bite his head off. So essentially, his character is still there, just without the face or the torso, so the audience won't recognize him. Very, very good technique, I gotta say. But all in all, pretty good movie. I give it a solid, like a 7.5, close 8 out of 10. Watch, definitely a must watch if you're into that type of creepy gothic, having a good time type of movie. But if you hate musicals, I wouldn't recommend it. That's it.